Our next guest, Jason DeRusha, is a journalist and radio host in Minneapolis. And Jason, you were at the memorial today. What was it like there?
Somber, sad, moving, all of those things, Ian. It was very different from, I think, what the perception is in most of the video that people are seeing all around the world and in Canada. It is not a moment of massive protest. It indeed was candles and personal messages and photos. And it reminded me of what it was like when I went to the memorial for George Floyd 5+ years ago. And it felt a little like a turning point in this.
And so when the news came out yesterday, you know, your phone went off, when you started seeing the videos, when friends and others started seeing the news yesterday and the reaction of federal officials, how did that hit?
Here we go again. It was horrifying in the early moments after to get a version of this story from our government that so clearly contradicted the visual that we were all getting in the videos. And we understand in the fog of these things, sometimes the story is different, but to have the federal government of the United States painting Alex, the victim in this case, as some sort of a madman who had showed up intent on, murdering law enforcement is just way beyond the pale. And here in Minnesota, we understand that law enforcement has a job to do. Many people are very supportive of tough immigration enforcement, but don't lie to us. Be straight, tell us the truth, investigate what happened. We all around the world and certainly here in Minnesota deserve that.
You talk to people on your radio program, you know the politics of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and the state of Minnesota. Where do you think things are going to go from here?
Today, a number of supporters of the president here in Minnesota have started calling for a pause, maybe a 30 to 60-day break where the most aggressive surge action of the immigration authorities would be paused, and then we could talk this out. What is the right path? What is the way to enforce immigration laws, but still respect constitutional rights and make sure we're making people safer? I think to look at the fact that 2 people are now dead in Minneapolis, in Minnesota, and you say, for what? For what? What was the emergency that needed this sort of massive response? So we're starting to see a little bit of a turn, which does give me some hope that we can go back to talking about how cold it is in Minnesota and the wonderful kind of winter ice hockey events that we do, and not only be talking about death and sadness.
Jason DeRusha, always nice chatting with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.